Hello everyone, welcome back to Stoic Wisdom Today. When we think of philosophers, we often imagine scholars in marble halls, born into wealth and comfort. But Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic minds, began his life in chains, born a slave, raised in hardship, and yet he rose above it all to become a beacon of wisdom, resilience, and spiritual freedom. Today we'll explore the inspiring journey of Epictetus, and how his teachings can help you rise, no matter your circumstances. Let's begin. Chapter 1, The Life of Epictetus, From Bondage to Brilliance. Epictetus was born around 55 AD in Hierapolis, modern-day Turkey. He spent much of his early life in Rome, not as a citizen, but as a slave. And yet his master allowed him to study under Musonius Rufus, a respected Stoic teacher. Through philosophy, Epictetus found something no one could take away, his inner freedom. Eventually he gained his physical freedom too, but long before that, he was already mentally free, because Stoicism had taught him that no matter what's taken from you, your character is yours. Chapter 2, What did Epictetus teach? Unlike other philosophers, Epictetus wrote nothing himself. His student, Arrian, recorded his lessons in the Discourses and the Enchiridion, or the Handbook. His teachings were practical, direct, and deeply empowering. Here are a few core ideas. Control versus no control. Some things are up to us and some are not. Focus only on what you can control, your thoughts, choices, and actions. Freedom through self-mastery. True freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's having the strength to do what's right, even when it's hard. Pain is not suffering unless you let it be. Epictetus suffered physical disability, but he never saw himself as a victim. He taught that suffering is a choice, a reaction we can unlearn. Live in accordance with nature. Live with reason. Live with virtue. Be at peace with what life brings. Chapter 3. Quotes that still echo today. Let's pause for a few of Epictetus's timeless quotes. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Pain is inevitable. How you respond, that's freedom. No man is free who is not master of himself. Discipline is the doorway to dignity. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Decide who you want to become, then act in alignment with that vision. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Much of our anxiety comes not from real events, but from our thoughts about them. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Humility is a shield. When you no longer take yourself too seriously, life loses much of its power to shake you. These aren't just words, they're calls to action. Each one invites us to shift our perspective, to build inner strength, and to live with intention, today and every day. Chapter 4. What we can learn from Epictetus today. You don't have to be a philosopher. You don't need a perfect life. You just need courage to look inward, to take responsibility, and to live by principle. Epictetus reminds us, you can lose your job, your health, even your freedom, and still have the power to live with dignity and peace. When life feels out of control, ask yourself, what is mine to manage right now? Focus there. That's where your strength lives. We spend so much time trying to change the world around us, other people, events, outcomes. But the real battleground is within. Can you remain calm in chaos? Can you choose virtue over impulse? Can you accept what is and still act with integrity? This is the heart of Stoicism. It's not about becoming cold or detached, it's about becoming anchored, grounded in values, unshaken by the storms of life. Epictetus teaches us that greatness begins the moment we stop blaming and start choosing wisely and with courage. Conclusion: the Stoic slave who freed the world. Epictetus started with nothing. He ended with legacy, not of riches but of wisdom. He taught emperors, he guided generations, and he left us with a message that echoes louder today than ever. You may not control events, but you control your mind, and in that space you are invincible. His life proves something radical, that the truest form of power is not external, but internal. That no chain, no hardship, No injustice can dominate the soul of a person who chooses virtue over victimhood. We live in a noisy world, distractions, comparisons, pressures, but the voice of Epictetus cuts through that noise, reminding us that peace begins within, and resilience is built one choice at a time. So when life tests you, remember him, a man born in bondage who lived with more freedom than kings. Thank you for watching Stoic Wisdom Today. If Epictetus inspired you today, like, subscribe, and share this message with someone seeking strength. Until next time, stay grounded, stay wise, and stay stoic.